You're wondering, like, how is that thing gonna fit inside my tiny little Asian?
I lived in a foreign country for 4 years where I was one of very few black people, and this type of rhetoric is exactly what made it very difficult for me to find a meaningful relationship when I was living abroad. And at this point, I think that this rhetoric about black men being
I've seen too many, to be honest with you, garbage hot takes in the past couple days by Asian creators, and I'm begging y'all. I am begging y'all to please, because y'all sit here and talk about black people unprovoked. Mind you, it's Black History Month.
Telling your Asian audience that they should try black men, further perpetuating that black men and black bodies are just here to be used as sexual gratification versus looking at them as real people. His video starts out stating that he's all for equality, it's Black History Month, and because it's Black History Month, he's gonna be here and support black men. He's a gay Asian male, and he further goes on and says, hey, if you've never been with a black guy, you should try it. But he told his audience, I know you're probably thinking, you're probably really scared because they have what they have and you have what you have, and you're probably scared. Don't be scared, because not every black guy is blessed. Some of them aren't blessed. Then
Hey fam, Gracie here once again. Welcome back to the channel. I am hoping that from wherever you my lovelies are watching this from, you're doing alright and God has protected you and preserved you very well. And to my people that continuously give support to me on here, I do celebrate you, 19,000 of you. And to my members, a shout out to you for supporting exclusively. Today we are going to be reacting on a video that I found, taking grounds on social media about this Asian guy that was encouraging Asian people that since this is Black History Month, they should not be afraid of trying a black PP. He's gay, so they should try a black PP and they will thank him later. He faced a lot of backlash for that. I didn't want to talk about it. But then I found another creator that is literally spewing the same things. And yeah, we are going to look at these videos. We will come back and talk about it. But when black people say that people are obsessed with them, I see where the obsession is. I see how people fantasize. I see how... Anywho. Let's watch this first. Come back and talk about it.
Telling your Asian audience that they should try black men, further perpetuating that black men and black bodies are just here to be used as sexual gratification versus looking at them as real people. His video starts out stating that he's all for equality, it's Black History Month, and because it's Black History Month, he's gonna be here and support black men. He's a gay Asian male, and he further goes on and says, hey, if you've never been with a black guy, you should try it. But he told his audience, I know you're probably thinking, you're probably really scared because they have what they have and you have what you have, and you're probably scared. Don't be scared, because not every black guy is blessed. Some of them aren't blessed. Then he says, however, he has never been with a black guy who is not blessed. Then he goes on to tell about the first time he was ever with a black guy, actually, and he says he went out, he took a cab out to Brooklyn. Then he says when he got there, the place in Brooklyn wasn't the nicest area. When he walked in, all the guy had was a mattress on the floor. And then he says, at first he was thinking, am I gonna be okay? But then he ended up being okay. Then he's again saying, hey, if you haven't tried them, you should go out there and try. This is my thoughts on this video. This video, as much as you want to say it's all for equality and supporting, it's doing the complete opposite. Because nowhere in that video did he ever state anything as, oh, they're great partners, they're great leaders, they're great husbands. He's only telling his audience, who refers to them as Gaysian, so I'm assuming gay Asian audience, according to him, you should try them because you'll have a great time. As if he's speaking as black men, as if they're products to just pick up, try for a little bit, and then put back. Absolutely disrespectful. The thing that he's further perpetuating, outside of the fact that black bodies are only to be used for your sexual gratification, is that he mentions when he went to the area, it was in a good area, and that when he went into the room, it was only a mattress on the floor. Why did you mention that? I believe the reason he mentioned that is, again, to further perpetuate the stereotype that, listen, they're gonna probably be out in the hood, okay? They're probably going to only have these very basic things, a bed on the floor, and probably not in the best area. But go out and try them anyways because you're gonna have a good night. If you think that this does not damage Black people amongst the Asian community, I can 1000% say it does. I lived in South Korea for 4 years. I actually just recently returned back from South Korea. So I can say, along with my friends and my own personal experiences, I know the negative side effects when you're constantly speaking about Black people and only seeing them as physical objects. You are constantly perpetuating that out to your audience, and other Asians don't have a lot of experience with Black people, and they're just hearing your experience. They're going to treat every single Black person like that. They think of them as a fun time instead of a real person with real feelings and real emotion. This is not the type of video that I think you think it is. It's actually damaging, and I was expecting something different if you were going to start your video off by saying you're all for equality in Black History Month, and this is the type of video you made.
You're wondering, like, how is that thing gonna fit inside my tiny little Asian?
I lived in a foreign country for 4 years where I was one of very few Black people, and this type of rhetoric is exactly what made it very difficult for me to find a meaningful relationship when I was living abroad. And at this point, I think that this rhetoric about Black men being sexually aggressive, dominant, big swinging Don Juans is quite a platitude. I hate these sorts of stereotypes so much because of how, when dating, and largely because of this rhetoric, a lot of people will only look at Black men as sexual objects, and that our value as humans is derived from our ability to give sexual gratification and satisfaction to others. Which is also to say that in the absence of this ability to give sexual gratification to others, we, just on our own, have no value. It seems to harken back to some atavistic licentiousness that is assumed to be present in Black men. I think rhetoric like this makes it difficult for Black men to be seen as anything other than sexual objects and as valuable outside of our sexuality, which by consequence can make it difficult for Black men to find someone to date, because if we are only looked at as sexual objects or as appendages, for lack of a better word, then are you really interested in me because of who I am as a person, or are you only interested in the fantasy that I represent in your world? Having had personal experience with this here in America and also living abroad for 4 years of my life, I just think that it's wise for us to really consider the way that we're looking at other groups of people when we're talking about them. I've gone on dates here in America and when I was living abroad and have been straight up told sometimes on the dates, oh, I feel like Black guys all have really big you-know-what. And it's just a really strange experience all the time, and I don't really know what to do. It's happened more often than I would have expected as well. And so obviously when you're on a date with someone like this, you know that they're only in it for the superficial. But sometimes it's hard to discern if someone is actually interested in you for you, or if they're interested in the fantasy that you represent. In conclusion, I think that this sort of rhetoric only seeks to perpetuate this stereotype and does more harm than good.
I can say, along with my friends and my own personal experiences, I know the negative side.
And unfortunately, I can actually confirm this as well as somebody who lives in South Korea who's on those gay dating apps for other reasons. For context, go watch the original video, and also I did see the original video what she is talking about with Chris Zhao. And unfortunately, I still deal with this in Asia the whole time I've been here. So for context, I'm only on Grindr and also Jack because I'm a trans attracted guy. I'm a man of culture. I don't deal with the gay side of Grindr, all of them. That's not for me. Hell, I actually put in my profile, like, in Korean, no gay men, but unfortunately, they still be in the DMs. They still send their pictures and ask me for pictures. And this is not just a Korea thing. I traveled to Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, Taiwan, Cambodia. And again, recently I went to Thailand and Cambodia. And I've gotten the same messages and DMs from gay men, the local Asian gay men, and also the Eastern Europeans who are on vacation. And yes, all of them did the same thing. They fetishizing Black men. They'd be asking for pictures. They asked me, is it big? Or like how they love Black men, blah, blah, blah. The way I see it, gay Asians are similar to white girls in the sense that they'll fetishize Black men, they'll date them, they'll hook up with them, but they'll never bring them home to meet mom and dad. And unfortunately, I will continue to get those DMs and messages, the fetishization from the Asians, from particularly the Korean gay Asians, until I leave South Korea. I pretty much deleted the apps for now. I'll re-download them when I, get back to the USA.
I've seen too many, to be honest with you, garbage hot takes in the past couple days by Asian creators, and I'm begging y'all. I am begging y'all to please shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut it. The two awful hot takes that I saw came from two Asian creators who were very specific in their videos, and it was very obvious that they were targeting a certain demographic, a certain race. And cut to the chase, pretty much it's about Black people. The two hot takes that I saw, just The first one was, if you are a foreigner in Korea and you're not white, you are not pretty to Korean people. And that was a garbage hot take, all right? I don't know why that was even discussed. I don't even know why that was brought up, because basically that video basically said, if you are not white, it is not right. The second video, garbage hot take that I saw was from Chris. And I'm going to be honest with you, like, I do like his content, but this one just missed the mark. And, like, basically he was talking about eugenics and just having this harmful stereotype and rhetoric about black people. And honestly, like, it wasn't funny. The joke didn't land. It wasn't funny. And this is why y'all get the hate that y'all deserve, because y'all sit here and talk about black people unprovoked. Mind you, it's fucking Black History Month. Just shut the fuck up. That is all you have to do. Whatever you think is, like, a good thing to post, a good thing to, like, talk about, and it has to do with black people, just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And don't even press record. Okay? Take your finger away from the record button. Take it away and discard that video. Fast. I just don't know why we're bringing up black people. I don't know why we're bringing up black people. Like, I just need Asian creators to just shut your mouths until May. Until AAPI month. Hell, I don't even know if I want y'all to even say anything during AAPI month, because it just becomes a diaspora war. Asian creators, I just need y'all to just be quiet. Just don't say anything. And I know it's almost the end of the month. I know people are trying to get paid. All right, I know that. It ain't working. The rage bait is not working. All right, just stop. Stop. Full stop.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you're a foreigner and you're not white, the chance that you're going to be considered pretty in Korea is extremely low. As some of you guys already know, Korea has very specific beauty standards, and that being said, no matter if you're a foreigner or not, you have to fit into beauty standards if you want to be called pretty. Which means you have to fit in the same beauty standard that works for Korean people. So regardless of your races, your skin color, you have to be pale, you have to be skinny, you have to have a high nose bridge, and etc. So girls that look like her are the ones that are considered pretty in Korea. Here's another example of a foreign girl that will be considered super pretty in Korea. So as you can see, 90% of the time they're all white. So if you're looking like those two girls, congratulations, you are pretty in Korea. However, one thing I want you guys to understand is that most majority of Korean guys still don't see foreign girls seriously, which I'm gonna make another video about. So don't get taken advantage of, please. I also wanted to add that if you don't fit into Korean beauty standard or beauty standard anywhere, who gives a fuck? Nobody cares. And I know it sounds cliche, and I did have a phase where I thought there was only one way to be beautiful, but as I'm seeing many people from many backgrounds, now I truly believe that everyone is beautiful in their own way. So yeah, I just mentioned it so you guys don't take this video too seriously, and if you guys have anything else you want to know, please let me know. I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you're a foreigner and you're not white, the chance that you're going to be considered pretty in Korea is extremely low. As some of you guys already know, Korea has very specific beauty standards, and that being said, no matter if you're a foreigner or not, you have to fit into beauty standards if you want to be called pretty.
Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. I don't really do these type of videos. I don't like drama. I stay away from everything. But I saw this and I had to say something, because I've just been seeing so many videos being made, and you know what? I'm just gonna say I think she maybe had the right intentions. But let's just show you a few of my videos. And yes, my videos are mostly me conversing with Chinese people. Hello.
Hi.
Oh.
How are you? You're so pretty.
Oh my gosh, I was about to say the same thing.
Wow, you're so hot.
Thank you.
I have to say that you are so hot.
Thank you so much.
You look so kind. Yeah, and so beautiful.
You look so nice. Look so nice.
Aw, thank you.
Oh, you're so gorgeous.
Aw, thank you. You're so pretty. Okay, now that you've watched those, I think you can tell that you can be considered pretty without fitting into their beauty standards. And this is with any country. You don't have to look like them to be considered pretty. That's all I want to say. That's basically the whole video. I think she had the right intentions. It just came off wrong. I watched the whole video through. Like, I understood what she was saying. But damn. Whoa. I also wanted to add, real quick, if you're black, you're brown, you're darker, you're automatically excluded from the club, okay? You are not that color. You are not that color. So you don't fit in anyway. So it's okay if you're not white. It's okay, you don't fit. No problem for you. Okay, goodbye.
These are conversations that I personally, always want to stay away from. But unfortunately, it's real. We have seen palm-colored women, some, that want to be with a black man because he has a big pee-pee. And we have seen the same people in this Asian community talking about the black women, parts. Just excuse me, okay? And it's just too much at this point. It just is too much. And it goes to show you that to some communities or people, we are only tools. There's no humanity in us. The only thing we are good at is that I am not the holy of the holiest, but that is very disgraceful, to be honest. And I am starting to really think that at some point, God made us different and He made other people different. And it probably was supposed to be that way so that maybe we could stick with our own. Now, if you are married with someone of a different race, I am not coming for you, okay? You love each other and you are in that for different reasons. You are not in this because you wanted to try a black PP or a black Vivi, okay? But continuing to hear such things coming out of some people really just echoes and brings a bell in your head, and you be like, maybe we were actually supposed to be with each other, not with other people. Because we do not sexualize, we black people, we do not sexualize a black woman, Vivi. You say all those things where a black man is like, I want that rounded, but hey, that's normal, right? That's normal because black women are endowed with that. But you don't find like literally us obsessing over, for me, I want this, for me, I want this, if you don't have this. Like, we are the only people that look at each other as just in terms of compatibility and just because we love each other, but not specifically because, a black woman has this and this other type of people don't have it, right? So it shocks me to see that interracial couples and interracial relationships are, booming right now, but then they might be booming for the wrong reasons. But also, considering the history of black people, I don't know why people don't educate themselves on black history. Sir, do you know that this used to be a source of fantasy and pleasure for a white man to grape a black woman, rape a black man, force them to do dehumanizing, humiliating things? And you who doesn't know the history of this community, of all people in a Black History Month, you're talking about this. Mind you, he didn't come out to give an apology. He did not apologize. He deleted the video, and I'm assuming, yeah, that one is gone. It was just content, yeah. And as soon as he got what he did not expect to come, he just got rid of the video, and that's it. And I think sometimes we need to hold these people accountable because, and I'm not talking just because some people would be like, yeah, black men are talking about this because it's concerning them. No, 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 no. Black women were the ones. And in fact, lots of black men and black women came out to speak against this. We need to hold some of these communities accountable for the things that they do. And for the lady that was saying, you know, if you are not white or Korean, you may not be considered beautiful or pretty. We know that. We know that. And I hope that this video goes to teach us that we should stop seeking validation from some of those communities. And sometimes we should even just ignore because it doesn't matter. Like, of course, your target was she probably saw a lot of now black people trying to go in Korea because I've seen lots of some black women on dating shows in Korea and stuff like that, right? And I don't know if she was trying to send a message to them, but hey, you know, I think it's time we should stop trying to fit in and stop seeking validation. Well, if that is their beauty standards, we do have our beauty standards as well as black people, yeah? And I feel like at some point we should drop all these things because it makes someone fit in just one box and they are nothing else but how their outward appearance looks like. And yet, in fact, beauty is more than what you are looking at right here. It's more than that. It's more than the color, and I understand that that's rooted in a colonial mindset because people were conditioned to think anything that is pale and light skinned is better looking than anything else. But hey, I think we should know what we have. We are carrying gold, this melanin. Yeah, you can go and get creams to brighten your skin and you become light and become desired or what, but you cannot buy this melanin. You can go and take as many melanin shots, but you will keep doing that and that and that, right? And when you go in the sun, it will burn you. It will remind you that there's beauty in diversity, and that some people were put in the snow because that is where they fit, and that others were meant to live in the sun because that is where we thrive. Adaptation, all of that happened. But we all need to know our place. And if you don't fit in, it is okay. There's beauty also in not being able to fit in. I hope you know that. I'm not going to say that this is how the whole community of Asians look at us, but to be honest, these stereotypes and these things that are encouraging are very damaging to black people. That very girl, the black girl that, you know, was showing her the reactions of Asian people to her on First Call, right? Yeah. There are people in the same community that were saying, you know, I wanna F you, you know, besides these videos that she has shown us. Yes, because I've been seeing her videos for quite some time. There are those that were humiliating and dehumanizing, those that were looking at a black person as an object of said. So I think this is very damaging, and people should stop looking at black people as a fantasy, as a fetish to them to, you know, gratify their curiosity. The exotic look and all of that is not supposed to be entertaining to you, you know. And I'm not judging the whole community. People should be judged as individuals. They hold their own sentiments. I don't think they represent the whole community, but I tell you what, their own sentiments can actually, you know, penetrate their community to think and believe like that, especially if people don't do enough research about black people. We are diverse, we are beautiful, and I think people should stop looking at us as, you know, bodies and tools to experiment on. Anywho, who gives a damn about whether I'm not beautiful enough or whether what? But I'm not going to allow you to, use me as something to, you know, degrade my people. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not, and yeah, sign up for my channel membership. Ask all the questions that you need to ask about Africa, moving to Africa, and the different stuff, the different questions that you have. Until then, my name is Gracie and I love you. Bye.